Pokemon has one of the biggest fan communities ever, and as such, they show their passion for the franchise in so many ways. People make fan art, do YouTube videos, make their own Fakemon, and sometimes even make their own fan games. It's pretty incredible what people will come up with, and sometimes, on very rare occasions, fan-made content will even make it into the official games themselves. It's something you wouldn't really consider with a franchise like Pokemon, but on occasion it has happened, and the stories behind when it does are pretty fascinating, so that's what we're gonna look at today. I will say though that not every single one of these are necessarily in the games specifically, even though most of them are, but it's all fan-made content that got into the official franchise just the same. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and check it out. One of the oldest examples that we're going to discuss today concerns one of the most beloved Pokemon features ever, and that is shiny Pokemon. While the concept itself is not fan-made, the name is. Shiny Pokemon is actually a fan term created due to the way that the Pokemon shine when you encounter them. They were actually originally known as Color Pokemon in Generation 2 officially, but as the term shiny caught on, it began to grow and grow in popularity until the Pokemon Company decided to replace their own term with the one that the fans had made, and it's been an iconic part of the franchise ever since. Another awesome example occurred in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where the Pokey Earth map that can be found on Cerebi.net is actually hanging on the wall in an NPC's house in Dewford Town. This map puts most of the known regions of the time together into one cohesive map, as if it came out of a Pokemon game, representing how fans have long speculated where each region is in relation to each other, as well as dreamed of the day where we might see a few of these regions together in one game. Cerebi obviously caught the attention of Game Freak in this situation, which is awesome on its own, but to see them sort of tip their hat to Cerebi in this way as well, even if it is just an Easter egg, is pretty dang cool. Speaking of things that happen in Dewford Town, this next one isn't explicitly fan-made content in the traditional sense, but it is a reference to something that fans put together. Before battling Brawly in the French version of Oraz, he will say, roughly translated, "I discovered the secret of real power by staring at a helix fossil for days and days." This is a direct reference to Twitchplayspokemon, an online event that began in early 2014, the year that Oraz released, where Twitch users got together on stream to attempt to play through Pokemon Red together as a group. The event quickly became an internet-wide phenomenon that etched its place into Pokemon history, so it's amazing to see Pokemon themselves recognize this by putting a little nod to it in the games. There is even another possible reference to this in the Devon Corporation headquarters, where you can see a picture of a helix fossil and/or shell hanging on the wall in Mr. Stone's office. There have been a couple times throughout the various generations where fans have actually gotten the chance to name a Pokemon move. The first time occurred in Gen 4, where via CoroCoro magazine, fans in Japan got the chance to suggest names for a dragon-type move, with the winner having their name actually used. The move that was used in this contest is Draco Meteor, as it's known in English, or as it's known in Japan when translated, Meteor Shower. The authentic Japanese name that was picked though is, and I apologize for the pronunciation in advance, Ryusugun. Meanwhile, this same kind of contest occurred again for Sword and Shield, once again through CoroCoro, but this time for a Steel-type move. The move involved in the contest is known as Steel Beam in English, but in Japan, as a result of the contest, it was given the name Tetai Kosen, which means all-out resistance or do-or-die resistance when translated. There was actually another case of fan-made content that appeared in Sword and Shield, or at least it was planned to. During the run-up to the game's release, there was a t-shirt contest where people could design Pokemon-themed t-shirts, with the winner actually having their design put into the games as a t-shirt you could wear. In a crazy turn of events, however, this contest was cancelled and no fan-made designs were put into the game, after it was revealed that the winner's design was one that they had previously created created and sold as a t-shirt online, something that was against the rules of the contest, as any design submitted had to be made specifically for the contest and could not exist prior. So I guess technically this didn't make it into the games, but the story certainly makes it worth mentioning either way. This next one is a story of a fan rumor that eventually became true, although it is unknown whether or not this event is an intentional result of the rumor existing in the first place. During the days of Ruby and Sapphire, a rumor sparked up that basically said you could encounter Deoxys by flying a rocket from the Moss Deep Space Center into space. This rumor was completely false, but in the Oraz remakes that came out 12 years later, there's an event at the end of the Delta episode where you ride Rayquaza into space and encounter and catch Deoxys. There's no way to really know for sure whether or not this was an intentional reference to that previous rumor, but it's very possible that this event in Oraz was inspired by the rumors that floated around about the original games, effectively meaning the fans were able to write a little bit of Oraz' story themselves. One of the most popular areas of fan-made Pokemon content are fan-made Pokemon themselves. People love to make Fakemon as they're called, and people love to look at them, because everyone just loves the idea of new Pokemon in general, and fans are able to provide some of that excitement with their own art during the times when we might not have any official new Pokemon to speak of. Well, even though this did not occur in the games, at least to this point, there was an instance where a fan-made Pokemon did in fact make it into an official piece of Pokemon material. Maron is an aquatic mammalian-like Pokemon that appeared on the title page of an issue of the Magical Pokemon Journey manga. For the manga, there was actually a contest held in Japan to draw Pikachu's friend, with the winner ultimately becoming Maron, who was designed and sent in by a fan, which earned it the honor of appearing on the title page for Chapter 6 of Volume 3 of Magical Pokemon Journey, entitled The Best Gift Ever. It certainly would be the best gift ever if a Pokemon you made actually got to be a part of the franchise, even if it was just on the title page of one chapter of the manga. It's honestly a dream every Pokemon fan has probably had at one point or another, which is why I had to include it even though it's not necessarily in the games. Next, rather than fan-made content making it into the games, we have a case of fans actually making it into the games themselves. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the three master trainers for Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar are named Danny, Ross, and Aaron, which is definitely an intentional reference to the Game Grumps on YouTube, who all have the same names. In a day and age where fans and developers can communicate and be more connected than ever before, actually making it into a Pokemon game as a fan is an awesome thing to see that's possible, and it's certainly an incredible honor to have. Another one that doesn't actually have to do with the games, but is too cool not to mention, has to do with Detective Pikachu. The movie was the first live-action Pokemon movie ever, and as such, more realistic CGI-looking Pokemon made an appearance. This created a perfect storm of events that actually caused a fan artist to get hired to work on the movie itself. RJ Palmer is an artist who became well known on the internet for his drawings of realistic Pokemon well before Detective Pikachu was even a thing. You've probably seen his work yourself if you've been on the internet for very long as a Pokemon fan, which is why when one of the producers of Detective Pikachu began to search online for realistic Pokemon, he couldn't help but notice Palmer's work. This ultimately led him to reach out to Palmer, and Palmer to land a job as a concept artist for the Detective Pikachu movie, all because of his fan art that he posted online. I genuinely cannot think of any more of a dream come true type of moment than that, and it's just another example of the amazing things that can happen in this day and age when you can put all of your fan-made stuff out there for the world to see. And last, but certainly not least, we have something from the Pokemon trading card game. Every so often, and once again mostly in Japan, there have actually been illustration contests for the Pokemon TCG where fans can draw Pokemon card art, send it in, and if they win, they will get their art printed on an actual Pokemon card. Several of these contests have happened over the years, with one even using pictures from Pokemon Snap as the medium, and some of the cards have even become extremely valuable valuable thanks to their unique nature. It's actually pretty surprising how many of these contests have happened over the years, but I think it's an amazing thing to do to allow the fans the chance to be a part of an official Pokemon product. Well, there you have it. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already for more Pokemon content. You can also check out my Pokemon remixes on Spotify if you'd like to support the channel further, and be sure to give my Pokemon Cardinal project a look if you haven't yet. Both of those immensely support the channel and are extremely appreciated. With that said though, I will be back on Thursday with another video, so until then, as always, I love you all, and I will smell you guys later.